Hello, this is Taiki Yamada from Tokyo Institute of Technology, and this is an instructional video of HARC Practice 0. In this video, we are going to set up an operating environment for HARC. After that, we will look at the basics of HARC Designer. So first, we have to start HARC. To do that, we will start a virtual Ubuntu that HARC is already installed. I hope that you downloaded the virtual machine files we provided beforehand. We will introduce two ways to open virtual machines. One way is to use VirtualBox, and another way is to use VMware. Either way will work, so please choose the one you prefer. Then first, I'll explain how to start Ubuntu in VirtualBox. First, you have to start VirtualBox, and then click New, the blue icon, to create a virtual machine. Then, you have to decide the machine name, machine folder, machine type, and machine version. For machine name, any name is okay, so as machine folder, you can save your machine anywhere convenient. For machine type, please select Linux, and for version, select Ubuntu. Next, we have to set the memory size. Please set the memory size to 2048 megabytes and go next. For hard disk, select the bottom option and open Ubuntu 2004 harc.vmdk, the vmdk file we uploaded before. Finally, by clicking Create, your virtual machine is created. After you create your machine, start it by clicking the green arrow. After you wait for a few minutes, you'll see a screen on the slide. Click the account name HARC, and you can log in by entering HARC in lowercase. So that was how to start Ubuntu in VirtualBox. Next, I'll explain how to start Ubuntu in VMware. Another way to start Ubuntu virtually is to use VMware. After you start VMware Workstation, click Open a virtual machine. Then open Ubuntu 2004 harc.vmx, the VMX file we uploaded before. If you see a display on the right, your virtual machine is ready. Start Ubuntu by clicking Play Virtual Machine. Few minutes later, you'll see the screen on the right. Click the account named HARC, and you can log in by entering a HARC in lowercase. So that was how to start Ubuntu in VMware. Next, I'll move to the basics of HARC Designer. HARC Designer is a GUI tool for programming HARC networks on a web browser. The network you can see on the slide are HARC networks, and by creating HARC networks, you are able to implement acoustic analysis systems. To start HARC Designer, there are two ways to do so. One is by clicking this icon, and another way is by typing HARC_designer in the terminal. Then, a screen on the bottom right will pop up in your browser. So this is HARC Designer. Let me explain how to see this tool. On the left, we can see the node list. We will drop some nodes to this canvas and create HARC networks. Nodes can be searched through the search box above the node list. And on the top right, status and error messages will pop up. It might help you when you have problems executing the network. On the upper side of the designer, you will see 6 buttons. From the left, the Execute button will execute your network. The File button will open the File Manager. Through this File Manager, you can upload HARC networks, transfer functions, and audio files to the designer. The Save button saves your network, and the Clear button will clear your canvas. Be careful that before clearing your network, make it sure to save your network if you don't want to lose it. Likewise, if you encounter any problems and want to restart the designer, don't forget to save the network. Press the Preference button to change the settings of Hark Designer, and the Help button will lead you to the document of Hark Designer. So that was the overview of Hark. Next, I'll go into a deeper explanation of Hark networks. Hark networks consists of two factors, nodes and links. Nodes represent how to process the data, and links represent how the data flows. We can also create layered networks by making subnetworks. We will take a look at these concepts through hands-on experience, so let's get started by making a network. First of all, we have to put nodes on the canvas. Let's add two nodes, the constant node and the input stream node. To add nodes, click a category on the node list. For constant node, click the General category. Then, you will see the word constant on the list, and you can add the constant node by clicking it. For input stream node, you can find it in the I/O category. If you want to move nodes, you can easily move them by drag and drop. Another way to find nodes, you can search it from the search box. Type constant in the search box, then you can easily find it on the node list. This will be useful if you forget which category the node you are looking for belongs to. So we have two nodes on the canvas. Next, we will connect them. Connecting nodes are quite easy. Drag from one black dot to the other dot. In this example, drag from value on the constant node to input of the input stream node. If you mistook connecting the nodes, you can cut the link by right-clicking one end of the link and select Delete. Okay, so we know how to add nodes and connecting them. Next, we will add sheets to the network. This operation is necessary to create subnetworks. First, click the plus button on the top left of the canvas. Then, a window on the right will pop up. We have to decide the name of the sheet, so let's name it Loop 0 for now. And we also have to decide the type of the sheet. Select Iterator for now. Finally, click Add, then you will have a new sheet added to the network. So what are these sheet types? Sheets has two types, subnet and iterator. Subnet types are used for simplification. If you want to make huge networks, maybe clustering them might be helpful. You can use subnet type sheets for that purpose. Iterator type sheets can be used for repetition. If you have procedures to repeat, you can repeat them by including them in an iteration sheet. We will see more examples how to see iterators in the remaining practices. Created subnets and iterators will be counted as nodes and will be added to the dynamic category. Look at the node list. You may find the Loop 0 node in the dynamic category. Therefore, we can make subnetworks for the purpose of reusing too. In the end, I will give you some tips to use Hark Designer. If anything wrong happens during the process, take a look at the status and click See More to read further error messages that might help you. PDF files of Hark document and Hark cookbook are available on our website. In the document, you can see detailed information of the nodes. In the cookbook, you can see several examples how to use Hark. In addition, you can also post questions on Hark forum. You can read FAQ entries from the URL below. So this is the end of Practice 0. Thank you for coming along. See you in the next practice.